Hello everyone, welcome to I Jump Instead and welcome to this 20-minute lower body flexibility and strength routine on a rebounder. I am Trophy Steffi. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to be jumping on my 40-inch Beacon bungee unit. This is the Soft Land series and it is linked in the description box below. So we're going to get started with a 5-minute warm-up and then we're going to do 5 minutes of steps where we are really going to be targeting the backs of the legs, okay? And this is all very beginner friendly. And then we're going to be laying down on our backs and doing leg inversion exercises. We're not going to balance, we're just going to have our legs and arms up in the air and we're going to do various stretches and strengthening moves. I have a towel for beneath my back and a pillow for beneath my head. Both of these are recommended, but they are optional. Are you ready for this 20-minute lower body class? Let's get started right now. So let's put our feet into a wide stance. Let's stand nice and tall. The shoulders, I want them apart and down. Chin level, teeth closed. Let's breathe through the nose, hands on the bar. And I want you to just focus here on a gentle bounce as you lift through the spine. You might visualize that your spine is nice and long and it's spreading apart and it's getting a nice pump, more circulation. Continue reaching with your head straight up. See if you can get just a little bit taller for 3, 2, and 1. Let's do forward shoulder rolls, bringing the shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Stay upright in your posture here. Feel the deep stretch happening in your chest, and your shoulders, and your back, and your neck. You can have your hands on the bar if you need. I want your eyes relaxed, syncing up the movement with your breath. And I want you to do backwards rotations now. All 4 points of position count. The forward, the up, the back, and the down. Staying upright in your posture, which will force core engagement. Three, 2, and 1. Let's do some back twisting. So stand up nice and tall, bring that back shoulder back and get into a nice gentle twist. And now stay tall and rotate to the other side, massaging that nice deep stretch. Standing up a little bit taller. Let's go into each side one more time. And rotate to the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and stretch one foot off the front of the rebounder. So wherever this other standing foot needs to be, in order for you to stretch that leg, I want you to reach through the hip, the quad, the knee, the shin, the ankle, spread the toes, and now point the toes and lengthen and feel that stretch, almost like you want to touch the ground for 3, 2, 1, let's switch sides. Stand up nice and tall, shoulders relaxed. Let's stretch and reach through the hip, the thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle. Open the toes. We are lengthening and getting even taller here. Stretch out that leg for 3, 2, and 1. Switching legs. And this time I want you to go off the back diagonal of your mat. I want you to feel the glute activating. So reach and stretch that full leg, pointing the toes. I want you to do a little bit of ankle wagging just to go into that ankle a little bit more. Stretch and reach for 3, 2, 1, and release. Other leg. Chest is lifted, hands on the bar. Feeling into the hip and glute. Lengthening here, connecting to the skill of reaching. Wag the ankle a little bit. 3, 2, reach it out. 1, Excellent. Switching legs, let's go over to the side of the rebounder and do a gentle flutter kick. So in the up bounce, we release that leg with a gentle kick, feeling the whole leg just shake. The hip, the knee, the ankle, the toes. Stand up tall. Still breathing through the nose. You might twist into the hip just to point the leg into a different direction. Just shake it out. Switching legs, 3, 2, and 1. Standing up nice and tall. This is strengthening to the joints, healing. Great job with your nose breathing. Three, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and do our steps now. We're going to target the full lower body, the core, but especially into the glutes. I want you to put your feet into that wide stance. Feet are flat against the mat. And I want you to lean forward, chest stays lifted, chin is level. And I want you to feel the extension or the reach. Just stick out your glutes as much as you can comfortably so your back feels good. And then I want you to press, alternate your presses into your flat feet with an emphasis into the heels. Bring the shoulders down. Let's keep them down throughout this whole 5 minutes. And you might need to modify your positioning where your feet are on the mat to where you are on the bar. I don't want you pushing forward into the bar, just leaning and using it for support. And I want you to connect each heel to each glute, pushing down through the heel in order to activate that glute. And then equal activation on both sides. Keeping those shoulders down. Calmly breathing through the nose. I want you to connect to every single step. Be present here. So you're lengthening the glutes and you're pressing down. You're combining the two. You might engage the core muscles or connect to the core as well. Just as long as you're still reaching into those glutes. You can slow down your alternating presses and see if you can visualize your glutes, just activating a little bit more precisely. You could also speed it up if you desire. There's a lot of potential with all the different paces we could be walking in this position. So we're still strengthening into the thighs, the knees, and the ankles. But we are lengthening into the glutes, which is profound because matching the activation with lengthening doubles the progress. Let's go ahead and bring our heels in so the toes are now facing out. And let's stay here in this position where we feel the lengthening in the glutes and the equal activation in both sides. Shoulders down. I have to remind myself because I tend to bring my shoulders up. You might notice that your hips sway a little bit more, feeling a little bit of a deeper stretch opportunity. Let's go ahead and bring the toes in, heels out. So however you want to position, like the width between your feet, it's up to you in order to connect to new muscles in your glutes, new muscles in your hips, in your legs, more flexibility in your knees and ankles. Let's go ahead and explore a new position. So the one foot is actually directly in front of the other. Let's try that. Continuing to alternate into our presses. Continuing to be in a position where the glutes are feeling stretched. You might notice that the arch in your spine is present and feels comfortable. Or there's not too much of an arch because your back is just being cautious, and that's great. I'm sure your glutes are still activating. Great job breathing through your nose. Let's switch positions so the other foot is forward. And let's go back to the wide position here. Stretch out those glutes. Every press counts for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's stand up and shake it out. Just a little bit of a glute shake. Do the jiggy with me. You might even go in and just tap your glutes just to help stimulate the muscles, help them to flush and release. And let's go ahead and lay down on our rebounders. So I'm not gonna have my legs facing the bar. I'm just gonna have them close by so I can lean my legs up against the bar at the end. So I'm gonna have my towel and my pillow. My back will be centered right on the bottom or the middle of the mat. My head right there on my pillow, and legs come up, and we start the leg inversion, the arm inversion here with jitterbug. So let's go ahead and shake. So shake those arms, the wrists, elbows, the knees, the ankles, teeth closed. And you might notice too, another opportunity to shake, you might bring the knees in and out and wave those arms. Just get everything shaking while they're inverted. 3, 2, and 1. Let's lift the head. Let's reach the feet and toes up. Let's bring the palms down. So the palms come down as the feet point, and then when I bring our feet back, we bring the palms back and we stretch into the forearms. So I'm going to say point and flex, move the wrists with that. So let's point and flex. And when you need a break in your neck, just bring your head down and bring it back up when you're ready. Point. And I want you to do head lifting intervals as desired throughout this entire leg inversion segment. Flex. Point. Feel the nice deep stretch through all 4 limbs. And flex. And point for 3, 2, 1. Parallel kicks. I want your hands straight up, and I want your legs nice and straight as well, if you can. And you can be moving both your arms and your legs in this position. What's great about this is that we are bringing motion to the, well, I could say the motion of our leg drain, of our, increased circulation. We're in inversion, and now we're bringing motion to this inversion in a coordinated way. And we're lifting our head in intervals as we see fit. Strengthening the legs by reaching through, pointing the feet. The knees are straight for the most part. Let's do crisscross kicks. 3, 2, and 1. So the arms and the legs can do a crisscross and tap into your ballerina legs. You might do a little squeeze and flex into the legs, straightening up those knees, pointing those toes, strengthening into the ankles. You're reaching through the arms. Can you feel your shoulders getting longer in your reach? And with the intervals of the head lift, the core is engaged throughout this entire segment. Nose breathing, keep your teeth closed. 3, 2, and 1. Let's bend the knees and elbows and squeeze. Straighten the arms and legs and reach. And squeeze. And reach. All 4 limbs reaching equally and squeezing equally. And reach. Squeeze. Reach. Squeeze. Reach. Squeeze. Reach. Squeeze. Reach. Squeeze. Reach. Squeeze. And 1 more reach. 3, 2, and 1. The feet now are going to lean to the sides and we're going to stretch into the inner thighs. I want your hands on your inner knees, and you can either just sway side to side, helping your hips to open up and your thighs to open up, or you can stay in the middle and pump down and open and use the mat beneath your back to help with that motion. You could be lifting your head in intervals if you desire, and just be gentle here, going into the hips, and you can also straighten up those legs a little bit more. That might help you to go even deeper into your stretch. Point the toes. Three, 2, and 1. Let's bring those legs up. And now let's hug the legs from behind and bring the legs towards the body and stretch. So this is great for the hamstrings and the glutes. And we have this mat beneath our back. We can do a little bit of rocking. And then you can have your knees bent. That's still progressing your flexibility. You could also straighten your legs. You could experiment with flexing your feet and pointing your toes, maybe more so flexing your feet, helping to lengthen through the backs of your legs. We really want to spend every moment we can feeling into the calves and opening up the calves, which will help us open up the backs of the knees, which will help us open up the hamstrings, which will help us open up the glutes. So just know that all that flexibility opportunity is right here in front of you. I'm giving you this opportunity. Just the inversion alone is helping with that flexibility. 3, 2, and 1. Legs and arms up in the air. And let's go ahead and do slow ankle and wrist rotations. In one direction first. Be very mindful of the full rotation potential here. And let's go into the other direction. Keep reaching through the arms. And now let's reach the legs and arms and open the fingers and toes. Let's open them a little bit wider for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Now let's bring one foot toward us and slap the bottom of the foot and the top of the foot and the calf and shin, the full knee, the full thigh, including the glute and the hip. And then switch to the other leg. Bottom of the foot, top, shin and calf, the full knee, full thigh. And now the arm, starting with one arm first. Make sure to get inside the elbow. Clap your hands together. And then switch. arms. And let's shake it out. Just 30 more seconds of jitterbug. Still nose breathing. Three, 2, and 1. So the legs, we're gonna have them leaning against the bar. If we need to shimmy and rotate our position, feel free. We want our arms now resting completely along with our eyes and our forehead, our cheeks. Continue breathing through your nose. Relax the neck and shoulders, the full torso, and the hips and legs. Now I want you to feel into the legs, feel the sensations that you are experiencing with the legs inverted. Just pay really close attention to that in love and in support. Three, 2, and 1. When you're ready, you can bring your legs down and pause here, staying fully relaxed. And I'm going to sit up and pause here. And that is a wrap for today's class. How did you enjoy yourself today? Would you please give us a like and then comment below and tell us, how do you love and appreciate this routine? And I want you to give me something special. Tell me something great. Tell me what you love so much about being consistent on your rebounder. And thank you for that like. And if you aren't subscribed to this YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you would like to, then you'll see all the new routines popping up in your YouTube feed, okay? Thanks again so much for being here, and we will see you very soon. Take care.